So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Straight to the air they go. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. He makes it in for the touchdown. These guys take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. It's a Jamar Chase.
From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll throw to get things going. Left side in the hands of Neighbors. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
They'll try the zone read on 1st and 10. What a run. He brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line.
Great read by the quarterback there, Mike. You can see just as he puts the ball in the belly of the running back, his eyes are on that defender. And when he goes after the runner, he pulls it, and he has nothing but green grass, and he picks up a big gain.
In motion is Hill. Now Willis. This throw right side is caught.
And now the offense getting set. 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Williams. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They run it again with Williams. There he goes, right side. He may go. And touchdown.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. First play is to the air. He's taking a shot on his first play. That's grabbed inside the 30. He does it. Touchdown. These guys take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. It's a Jamar Chase.
offense readies for a first down and 10. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. Spinning, evades the tackler, and now some space. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown! Ricky Williams, 75 yards. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. And personally...
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Mahomes starting off with a throw. He'll get this to Jefferson. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. They motion the tight end over. Throwing on first down, Mahomes. On target to his back, here's Christian McCaffrey. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
3rd and short, here's Mahomes. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's gonna... It's on the turf, the ball's out, he lost it.
And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Willis out of the gun. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. It's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Willis. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown. Jamar Chase, 75 yards. Now the Chiefs offense ready to go on 1st down and 10. From midfield, here's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And the offense readies for a 1st down and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Jerome Baker crashing downhill and getting the stop. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 98 yards rushing for him now to this point. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
A pickup of 5 that time and a 1st down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. In trouble, and he's taken down. Alex Highsmith, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Mahomes going to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10. Willis will look to throw it. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. And he'll even avoid the contact in the end as he will finally slide to a halt. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Hadn't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a 1st-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the 1st down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
And this one.
Mahomes going to start this one with a throw. And he cannot get away. Brought down. And that sack will bring us to the 2-minute warning. Now on 2nd and long. They put Kelsey in motion. They'll drop to throw. That's over the middle to Kittle. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Oh, he coughs up the football. It is picked up by the defense. Oh, big hole left side. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery. And the great return for the touchdown. And a terrific play for the defense to come up with the score that, Greg, extends their lead and really hurts the offense's momentum.
Mike, it's hard to...
Oh, look at this. It's a fake. And this is going to be caught in the end zone. Of all the unlikely plays to see, it winds up being good for 2 points. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Chiefs offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. They'll come up now for 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down. They put Kelsey in motion. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. That's seemingly pretty silly with 1 second left in the game. One last shot now for Mahomes. And he's going to go down yet again. He They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the shotgun, they'll throw to get this one started. A throw on the move is caught. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a first down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
Quick throw, taken in.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They bring Chase in motion. Willis now to throw. Throw to the sideline. Well done. Good job with the feet. Stays in bounds. It looks like, and yes, they do, have the first down.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown. This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
That's caught by Hill. How about 4 catches on this drive alone? Time to change the defense. This one gets him another first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. To throw is Willis. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. They're trying to work quickly here and put the pressure on the defense. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. The offense will stay out there, but they've got some yards to pick up. 4th down and goal. To the goal line and in. Touchdown.
Well, after being shut out in the first half, it has to feel good for this offense, Mike, to just get on the board, get something going. But now the question we have to ask is there enough time to come all the way back?
Yeah, just some belief, right, Greg? Just let's watch these guys on the next few drives. Did that give them a little belief that they can stay in this game? Best way to start with that score. Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. Oh, and now look at this. It's a fake. This will be incomplete. Not sure what they could have seen that makes this a good call. Going for it with a fake on an extra point, and they get nothing out of it. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. DeAndre Swift and the Bears offense set for their next possession. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And a spirited run there, somehow managing to gain a couple of yards. Second down and 8. Now they'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him. And instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
This returnable from inside his own 40. And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50, set up the offense with a short field. This offense ready for their next possession, led by their running back. They've got great starting position with a short field as they try to get back in this one. It is 1st and 10. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
What we're seeing here in this first half, Mike, is an example of the offensive line, the running back, and the play caller all on the same page. The execution and the ability to continue to pick up chunk plays on the ground has been a great start for this offense.
And he'll work his way down inside the 30. Chewing off 7 yards on that one. 2nd down and 3. Throwing, Willis. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him and will bring up 3rd down.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. The next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. It's a pickup of 13 yards, and that will be a 1st down. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. Now he'll run, and he's into the end zone for the score. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. Right away, they're coming after him, and they get him. A sack on the opening snap of the game.
The entire idea of the bootleg is to move your quarterback off of his normal spot. Buy some extra time for your offensive line and alleviate some of the pressure on the protection. But in this case, it seemed to me like the quarterback panicked a little bit. He went into survival mode and ended up leading to a massive loss.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Here's Corliss Waitman now, as he'll punch it away for the 4th time today. This is taken at his own 30. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. This offense and their running back heading back on the field. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. He'll be stopped after a pickup of about 3. Jonathan Owens able to make the play.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 42-yard line.
They'll go again with Williams. Williams, first down, and he's not done. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line.
It's definitely nice to have one of those bruising, punishing backs kind of help wear down the defense. But I'll tell you what, you can give me a flat-out electric runner like this guy any day of the week. He can turn on those jets, get in that high gear, and he is gone.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. To throw, here's Willis. That's complete. It's Malik Neighbors. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Now a toss, left side, it's Williams. And he'll be taken down.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
They'll run. It's Williams. And nothing develops there. It'll stay right at the 5-yard line. No gain on that one. One more time for Williams. A second effort, and he is in for the touchdown. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense.
Now, how about this? It's a fake. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
I just can't wrap my head around that decision, Mike. I mean, think about it this way. If you want to go for 2, by bringing your extra point unit on, you have to snap the ball from the 15. If you keep your offense on the field to go for 2, you get to snap the ball from the 2-yard line.
And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Bears offense and Khalil Herbert headed back onto the field. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. To the left side, into the hands of Moore. And a big strike for good yardage there, all the way up to midfield. Short pass goes a long way. It works to the tune of 25 yards. So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. We'll return to Arrowhead after this. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. He's got his tight end down the field. That's Kmet. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. That is Zach Sealer getting in there to bring him down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Here's Corliss Waitman now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. That's going to be out of bounds. Well judged and spotted right at the 10-yard line. So now this team's offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. Willis. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They bring Chase in motion. Here's Willis. Passing right side, and Chase has it. 15 yards on the catch and run for the 1st down.
And this is why most teams might decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeout. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
Throwing is Willis. He'll look deep here for Neighbors. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. You could see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. In motion is Hill. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Now Willis. He's going to run it. And he gets marked out of bounds, but inside the 5-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal. That's a gain of 28.
What I like the most here is just the decision that when he wants to be a runner, he commits to being a runner, and he's able to weave his way downfield, pick up the 1st down, sets up 1st and goal.
Here's a run. And he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up 2nd and goal. Now another timeout called by this offense. They have 1 remaining. And they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half. They'll try to sneak it here. And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Has a touchdown. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Certain quarterbacks have a knack for that, and he finds the space to get in the end zone for the touchdown, Greg.
Yeah, just a good old-fashioned quarterback sneak. Kind of a play that's taken the league by storm. Not necessarily the tush-push like we see up in Philly, but just as effective here, Mike.
And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points. Halftime, coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. They will start it on the ground to run that clock. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
He'll send this one deep for Odunze. He gets free. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. The pick 6 for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see, and it really is demoralizing to see that happen in that spot.
Absolutely, Mike, and that's one of those cases where you just would like to see the quarterback say, all right, I'm going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw. Don't try to make a play that's not there, because not only do you turn the ball over, you give them an easy 6.
And on the other side, the defense, what a moment. Uplifting for them. Big momentum build.
Yeah, and that's the way games are shaped in this league, Mike. I mean, you find yourself able to capitalize on a mistake by an offense. You get yourself an easy touchdown. All of a sudden, your sideline finds themselves completely rejuvenated.
A return now from the 4. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. The Bears offense and their running back set to go once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Another run here, another run by Swift. And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yardage, but they didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And his guys move out in front, 20-17.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's to the right side and incomplete. He was looking to get it to DJ Moore. It's 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
I think the most frustrating element to all of this is when you look downfield, there's guys open. There's plays to be made downfield in the passing game, but quite frankly, the pass protection has just been so bad that they haven't been able to take advantage of any of it.
He'll get this underneath to Swift. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. So it'll bring up 4th down. On comes the punter now. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. This fielded inside the 35. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. This team's offense ready to get back to work. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
And he'll get the 1st down there, a pickup of about 5 yards. It's another run here for Williams. Down the sideline, past the 40.
Goes on. This guy just seems to get better and better.
A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And a minimal gain there, down to the 20.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
Look. Down and 8. Willis to throw. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. Willis now to throw. And that is incomplete. The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for it on 4th and long will end up in a turnover on downs. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
As this offense continues to try to find its way out of this hole, things are going to just continue to get more difficult if they can't protect the passer. The longer you trail, the more the defense knows you need to throw the ball.
And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. And he's just going to waltz his way in. The pick 6, a touchdown for the defense. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick 6.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Bears offense ready to see what they can do. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. Right back to the air following that pick 6. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Back to throw. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker.
There's not a position on the field, Mike, let alone any sport, where the mental side doesn't come in and impact how well you perform. And in this case, when you... 4 interceptions in one game, I think we can all safely assume some of those mental issues have seeped into his game. And if he can't get settled down, he's playing right into the hands of his defense.
And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. You just saw a great example of it here.
Willis now to throw. He'll take, and he will get into the end zone. Touchdown. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Oh, look at this. It's a fake. This will be incomplete. Not sure.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Looking to throw right away. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
He's on the move. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Give to Williams from the gun. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. From the 31. Got his target. It's Hill. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Handoff goes to Williams, running right. Past the 20. And that is a touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Return starts at the 3. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Bears and DeAndre Swift set for their next drive. And this is an important drive to get momentum back after that touchdown tied things up. Here's Swift to start the drive. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Josie Jewell making that stop.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in the game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
They bring the pressure, down he goes! And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. Chicago brings out the punting unit. And this will mark his 5th kick of the night. Averaging a little under 50 a kick so far, Brock, as he gets away another one. Ball taken in at the 36. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The home teams back out on offense as we see Kyron Williams again. And the last time they had it, they ran it down the field on him. I'd expect some better resistance up front if they try that again. Willis now. Complete over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Throwing is Willis. Finds his man, Chase. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Here's 2nd and 5. He'll dump this one off to his can't get this down to the 28. They get 13 on the pickup, and it'll give them a first down. Willis looking to throw. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. On is Little for the extra point. Extra point sent in through the rain. And his guys break that tie and now lead by 7. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. He'll take this at the 10. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Bears and Khalil Herbert to take over once more. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. They run the counter with Swift. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's Swift on second down. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a third run after back-to-back negative losses.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down. Here's Rippin to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up fourth down. They'll send out the punting unit. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Collects this at the 35. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. The home teams and this running back headed back out for a new series. They've certainly had no issue scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. He makes it in for the touchdown. Wow, great stuff there, Brock. He busted that one open, got downhill, and got in for 6. Huge run there.
Yeah, and this is how you break a game open. He found that lane, and he was gone. What a tremendous effort in the blocking scheme there to just spring him enough so he could take it to the house.
On is Little for the extra point. Got a good plant in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And these guys double their lead to 14. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Returnable from the 2. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Bears and receiver Keenan Allen making their way back out. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now it's Rippin. Has his man, it's Swift. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. Met and stopped by Alex Highsmith.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion or at a premium in this league.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
1st down, here's Swift. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Zach Sealer there to bring him down. 6 yards on the run as we've reached the end of our...
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Willis looking to throw it. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
This offense was on the move. Now two straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Willis. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Willis, 4th down, has to have it. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A big-time sack there on 4th down. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Ripping to pass. A little short pass. This is Everett. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And 3rd and 1 now. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he will have the Bears' 1st down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Now Willis. And that is incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Willis. Little short pass here to Hill. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
Good yardage on the complete.